children, welcome to another class of computer lesson. So today we are going to learn the remaining portions in this chapter. In our last class we have learned about what is QBasic program and what are the basic commands used to do that program. So let me remind you some small commands. How to save a file? We know that command is file saver. How to open a saved file? File open. Then how to open a new file? File new. Then how to print a file? File printer. Then how to copy the text? Edit copy, then edit paste. Then move the text, edit cut, then edit paste. Then run the program. That means run startup. Then exit from editor, file exit. Okay, so these are the base commands, and then we already learned some important thing, that is variable. Then what do you mean by variable? Variable is a memory location and it has a name. There are two types of variable, that is numeric variable and string variable. So numeric variable means which is related to numbers. Example 73, 50. These are numeric variables. And so another one is string variable. String variable which contains some strings. And remember, the strings are represented within the quotes. Then CLS for representing clear screen. Then what is it the purpose of LET? For assigning value to a variable. Then REM for including comments, that is REM remarks. Then end the program. Then input for entering input statements. Right? So let's do some examples. First one, let. We know let. L-E-T. What is the syntax for let? Syntax is LET, then variable equal to constant value. So LET, then now your variable, then equal to, then constant value. Constant value. Okay. So what is the syntax? LET, then variable, then equal constant. LET variable equal constant. LET variable equal constant. So LET, then here let me write a variable a, then equal to, then write a constant value, that is 5. So we can write LET a is equal to 5. That means equal represents assignment operator. Equal is assignment operator. That means here 5, the constant value, is assigned to a variable a. 5, the value assigned to a means copy to a variable a. That is LET a is equal to 5. So now what is the purpose of LET? To assign value to a variable. Assign value to variable. Okay, now I hope you understood the purpose of LET and how to write LET. Okay, then second one is input. That is another command, input. Input means for input statements. So what is the syntax of input? Input. So the syntax of input is input variable. So here we can write input. So syntax input, then variable. Input variable. Okay. So here input, then we can write a statement here. Enter a name. Enter a name. So this is a remember, a string should be written within the double quotes. Then we can add a variable, that is n. So this is the syntax for input a variable. Input, enter a name, then dollar symbol. So here n indicates the name. Here n indicates the name. So here examples: input, enter a name, input age, input, enter 3 marks. So let's do this query. So here first is CLS. CLS means clear screen. Clear screen. Okay. Then second, input. So first we have to write. So we need enter name. So now we need an output. Enter name. Then enter your age. Then enter your marks. Enter your 3. Enter your 3 marks. So this is our output. Yes. So the program should be input. So we know string should be written within the quotes. So enter your name and then semicolon. Next letter n dollar symbol. Yes. Yes. Okay. Then next input. Enter your age. So write enter your age. So we can write age for assigning the value of age. Then input. Next enter 3 marks. So enter 3 marks. Enter your 3 marks and here assigning pre-variable for 3 marks. So let's see M1, M2, M3. So output should like enter your name. So you can enter the name here, enter your age, then you can write the age here and enter the marks. So you can write the marks of 3 subjects here. So look at the example page number 61. So CLS for clear the screen, enter a name, Ishi, enter age 8, marks 50, 48 and 43. Then next is printing statement. Here input means input data. For input data, input statements. Same way for output we use the keyword that is print. So next is print. So print with semicolon, it will print values continuously. Print, then print means for printing the output. Print output values. Yes, print output values. So let's do some example. Print. Okay. So here CLS, clear screen, then print. Yes. Next step, write a name. For example, write some names of countries. So India. Then now write a semicolon here and then write another country. Germany. Then add a semicolon. Next, another country, France. Yes. So now add another country, Australia. Yes. So here we need to print the four countries: India, Germany, France, and Australia. But look here, we add a semicolon in between the countries. So what will be the output? So the output will be like this: India, then Germany, France, Australia. India, Germany, France, Australia. So that means there is no gap between each country. So if you add semicolon, the text will print continuously. If you add semicolon in between the words, that represents or that solves the text printed continuously. Text printed continuously. So if you want to divide the countries' names separately, you can write, instead of semicolon, you should write comma. You should write comma. So that means here semicolon replaces with the comma. Yes. Then the output will be like this: India, then Germany, then France, Australia. Yes. So print India, Germany, France, Australia means output India, Germany, France and Australia. Then next, so this is the print with a semicolon and print with a comma differences. If we print with a semicolon useless, then the values printed continuously. Otherwise, it will print items zone wise. Then next is print with the tab of n. Print with the tab of n means printed between one tab. Printed tabs. So let's take an example. Print tab of n, data 1, tab of m, data 2, semicolon, data 2, etc. For example, print tab of 5, then my, then tab, another one, then in India. For example, print tab of n, print tab of n. Yes. So here statement should be like the syntax: print Then next is tab. So tab of 1. Then next write a word, for example my. Then next add another tab, so tab of 5. Then next inverted comma school. So first my, then adding a tab, then after that enter or print school. So that means each word in between these words we can add a tab, that is print tab. So there are 3 types of printing statements. First one print with semicolon, second one print with comma, and third one is print with the tab. Once again, what are the 3 types of printing statements? First one print with the semicolon. Then what is its feature? Print with semicolon means we can print the text continuously. We can print the values continuously. So that means if you want to print the values continuously, you can go to print with the semicolon, right? Then second one is print with the comma. That means there is a space between each word. So if you want to print the words like a spaces between the words, you can go to print with the comma. And the last one is print tab of n. That means you can add a tab in between the words. So if you want to add tab spaces between each words, you can go to print tab. Okay. Then here look at the picture, page number 62. You can see an example. So CLS print tab of 5. Then first adding a spaces. Then write a or print a word, that is my. Then after that adding a tab spaces. Then print another word India. Okay. Next is applying conditions. So moving to next topic, that is applying conditions. Applying conditions. Applying conditions. So applying condition means just as you test a condition and take a decision based on the result. So condition means if you test a condition, then we will get a result. On the basis of the result, we can take a decision, right? For example, if your father is not at home, you will go to the movie. Otherwise, you will revise mathematics. So, either the condition has 2 results, either true or false. If it is true, you can go to first action. Otherwise, you can go to another action. So, here, if there is a testing condition and it has 2 results, a true result and a false result. If the condition is true, then you can perform action number 1. Else part means if the condition is false, then you can go to action number 2. So the syntax of if else. So what is the syntax of? Syntax of if else statements. If else conditions or if else statements. So look here. If bracket there is a test condition. If the syntax is like this, first the keyword if, then open bracket, then test condition, then close the bracket, then if the test condition is true, if the test condition is true, for example, if the test condition is true, Then if the test condition is false, that is else part, then perform action 2. Perform action 2. Once again, if the condition is true, then perform action number 1, and if it is false, if the condition is false, then perform action number 2. So let me take an example. So here, if average mark less than 35, then print fail. Yes. So this is a test condition. If the test condition is average mark which is less than 35, then go to print fail. Then else part. So what will be the else part? That means average mark greater than 35, then print pass. Yes. So the test condition here is average mark. So the condition if is the keyword used here. So if average marks less than 35, then print fail. Otherwise, that means else part, else print pass. For example, a student got 36 marks. So tell me, is she or he fail or pass? So here 36. So the average marks is 36, and check the condition 36 less than 35. So the condition is true or false? Condition is false. So that means he or she will pass. So the result is, what would be the output? Result pass. Then take another example, 14. Yes, so the average marks is 14. 14 less than 35. Yes, the condition is true. So that print what? Fail. So the output is fail. Yes. So this is the applying condition. So let's do an example. Input 3 numbers. If the average of 3 numbers is greater than 80, then print excellent. Otherwise, print work hard. So the question is, input 3 numbers. Question. Input 3 numbers. Yes. Then the average of 3 numbers is greater than 80. If average of 3 numbers is greater than 80, then print excellent. Print excellent. Otherwise, print work hard. Print work hard. So the program should be like this. First clear screen, that is CLS. Then we have to input 3 numbers. So let's take x, y, z. Then sum. So s is equal to x plus y plus z. Then if s greater than 80, then print excellent, else print work hard. Then if close, then enter. So here first CLS, so that means clear screen. Then input, then enter 3 numbers. So here let's take X, Y, Z. Okay, so clear screen, input, enter 3 numbers X, Y, Z. Then next S is equal to X plus Y plus Z. Then A is equal to S by 3. Then next if A means average. So if A greater than 80, then print excellent. Okay. Else print work hard. Work hard. Then close and if. Then close and end the program. So here look this CLS, then input, read the statements, input, enter 3 numbers X, Y, Z. Then next adding 3 numbers, that is X plus Y plus Z. Then calculating average, A is equal to S by 3. So once again CLS means clear screen. Clear the screen. Yes. Then input, enter 3 numbers means reading 3 values. Reading 3 numbers. Then next, yes, sum, adding 3 numbers. That means value of X, Y and Z, adding the 3 values and stored in the variable S. Then A, average, calculating average. Yes. Then if average greater than 80, then print excellent. If condition is true, then print excellent. Else, that means condition is false. Then print work hard. Okay. So here look at the flow chart. Start, accept ABC, then D is equal to A plus B plus C. If it is greater than 80, then print work hard, then print excellent. If there are multiple values to be printed, we can separate them by commas. Yes. So the quick quiz in the above structure can control directly goes to else statement without testing else if statements. That means if the condition is true, then it goes to true statements. If the condition is false, then it goes to false statements. False statements. So here can control directly go to else statement without testing else if statements. No. It's the condition. If the condition is false, then only it can go to else statements. So once again, what are the things we have learned today? At first, what is variables and constants? Variables means the value or the content keep changes during the program. Then constant means constant is a value which remains fixed during the execution of a program. There are two types of constant, numeric constant and string constant. Numeric constant means which is related to numbers and we can add numbers there. Then second one is string constant. String constant means text or string and should be written within the quotes. Then revision of Q basic statements, CLS for clear screen, REM for remark for adding comments, then end for end the program, then input for adding input statements. Then after that we did some exercise works, that is let A is equal to 5, that means the value 5 which is assigned to a variable A. Then input, enter a name means you can enter the name using keyboard. Then age, you can add age, and input enter mark means you can add numbers in there. Then three types of printing, print with semicolon, print with comma and print with tab. Print with semicolon means if you want the text typed continuously, you can select print with the semicolon. That means there is no spaces between the values. Next, print with the comma. Print with the comma will display there is a gap or spaces between each word or each text you want to display. Then tab means it will print the data items at a specified column numbers, that is 5, 15, etc. Then next is applying conditions. If there is a testing condition, whether it is true or false, it will result two statements. If the condition is true, then it will go to true statements, otherwise will go to false statements. That means the syntax is, if test condition is true, then perform action number 1. If the test condition is false, then perform action number 2. So after that we did an example problem. Enter three numbers x, y, z. Adding the three numbers x, y, z and stored into a variable s. That is the sum. Then finding average a. That letter a is used for representing average. So s by 3. Now the average is stored in letter a. So a greater than 80 means if average is greater than 80. That means that if the condition is true, then print excellent. Otherwise, or else part means if a less than 80, that means print work hard. So after that, close the end. Thank you.